on NewsX World. With that, viewers, we're shifting further east to developments coming in. US President Donald Trump is now expected to visit South Korea on the 29th of October for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum Summit. Trump is expected to make a two-day trip where he is also expected to hold talks with South Korean President Lee Myung. Now, according to US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Trump is also scheduled to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping, who is set to arrive in South Korea on the 30th of October. This, of course, comes as Trump says that the United States is embroiled in a trade war with China and that the imposition of restrictions on rare earth minerals is a threat to US's national security. Meanwhile, the United States has imposed high tariffs on China, 100% over and above the 30% that already exist. With us on the broadcast is Dr. Sanjay Kumar. We'll come to him very shortly, but to give you viewers a little more context of what exactly is transpiring between the United States and Russia. We're seeing a clear case of the Trump administration's protectionist policies in full swing. Donald Trump once again firing salvos at China, this time by introducing a 100% tariff, which will be effective from the 1st of November. Talks have taken place earlier in Madrid, where the TikTok divestment deal was agreed upon. But rare earths still remain a sticking point. Now, why they're crucial is because rare earth minerals are used in manufacturing technological items, US, of course, being home to many tech titans and a lot of defense equipment as well, which makes the matter very sensitive. And therefore, Donald Trump has taken recourse to imposing these very steep tariffs. China has not taken to it very well. China has earlier accused the United States of unilaterally wielding tariffs as a weapon to impose its own will. It's also taken veiled jibes at multilateral forums, claiming that the Trump administration and the United States at large is engaging in reckless bullying as well. With us on the broadcast is Dr. Sanjay Kumar. He's a journalist at the Korea Herald, joining us from Seoul. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World. High-profile Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit going to take place later this month. We're expecting Donald Trump to meet Lee Myung, as well as a bilateral meeting between Trump and Xi Jinping, which is still on the cards despite the tensions. How is South Korea viewing the larger trade war between China and the US, and what are South Korea's concerns?
Well, this afternoon, South Korean government, the presidential office has confirmed the visit of President Trump, who is going to be here from 29 to 30. So it would be a one-day visit of Trump. And they have also confirmed that there will be a US-Korea summit on the sidelines of APEC. And if time permits, it is expected that Trump may attempt the business leaders meeting, which is proposed on 31st. But that is still not final. So one day is final. So from South Korea perspective, they are seeing this US-China trade not as a challenge, but as an opportunity, because Korea-US trade discussions are already in progress. They have shown confidence that they have reached some agreement, which is a good news for South Korean companies until today. But as you know, like Trump is so unpredictable that he may ask some like additional demands, and that is why South Korean government is very closely watching, and the pressures are also mounting among the political circles here to discuss many issues, underlying issues such as the visa issues. Recently, there was a issue of detention in Georgia. So the mood here is like very positive, but they want to hold many consultations on various bilateral policies.
Indeed. So requesting you to stay on with us as we're shifting focus to more developments coming in. Russian ambassador to India, Denis Alipov, has emphasized that India's energy cooperation with Moscow remains aligned with its national interests. Speaking on the matter, Ambassador Alipov has stated that India's government always acts with the nation's best interests in mind. Listen in.
This is the the question to the Indian government. So Indian government is, as I said, is acting having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place. And our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
This statement comes after US President Donald Trump earlier claimed that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi assured him that India would cease importing oil from Russia. Following Trump's claims, global oil prices surged 1%. Meanwhile, India's External Affairs Ministry has responded, emphasizing that India is a significant importer of oil and gas, and it has been India's consistent priority to safeguard the interests of the Indian consumer in a volatile energy scenario. India's import policies are guided entirely by this objective in order to ensure stable energy prices and secure supplies, which are the twin goals of India's energy policy. This includes broad-basing energy sourcing and diversifying as appropriate to meet market conditions. India's Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal has added that where the United States is concerned, India has for many years sought to expand its energy procurement and has steadily progressed in this direction in the last decade. The current administration has shown interest in deepening energy cooperation with India, and that discussions are ongoing. Shifting focus to more updates coming in, South Korea